Hey there, this is Red. It's time for another episode of Red Plays. All right, we've got Marvel Champions out on the board. We've got Ant-Man still kind of floating around. So one of the core villains we haven't gone up against is Ultron. So that's my plan. We're going to take a run up against Ultron and see how that goes. So what we need to figure out here is it's been a long time since played Ultron. So let's make sure we've got him correct here. So our starting is 1A. We've got the Crimson Cowl, which says Claw's mysterious red-hooded employer is really the genocidal android Ultron. So we've got Ultron 1 and 2 because we're doing the standard thing. We've got Under Attack in there. And it says setup. Put the Ultron drones environment in play. Shuffle the encounter deck. Oh, I forgot the Ultron drones environment. Let's see if we can find that real fast. So, not advanced Ultron drones. We just want Ultron drones. So let's go find them. Concussive Blast, Rage of Ultron, Advanced Ultron drones, Upgraded Ultron drones. Ultron drones. Oh, it's at the very top. All right, we're going to put Ultron drones into play. Let's see. And that says each face-down drone minion engaged with the player has a base scheme of 1, base attack of 1, and base hit point of 1. After a face-down drone minion is defeated, place the card in the owner's discard pile. All right, so let's get that out there. We've got that environment in play. I guess the other thing I'll throw out there is I printed off, somebody made some alternate standard encounter cards. So like that's the advance, that's a change. I'll put a link to where these are at in my description down there, but these were kind of cool. I kind of like how it maintains the theme of Ultron to have encounter cards that are Ultron encounter cards. All right, so we've got our Ultron drones environment in play now. Let's see here, advance to stage 1B. So we're going to advance to 1B, and it says Ultron is using the components Claw delivered in order to build an army of Ultron drones. When revealed, each player puts the top card of their deck into play, face down, engaged with them as a drone minion. All right, so we're going to drop a drone minion out there. He's going to get the top card of my deck. Let's take a look at this scheme. It goes up by 1 every turn. It's going to go out at 3 because we're 1 player times 3. Then we've got Ultron out there. Boy, it's been a long time. Ultron, 1 scheme, 2 attack. He's got 17 hit points, and his forced response is after Ultron attacks you, choose to put 1 threat on the main scheme or put the top card of your deck into play engaged with you as a drone minion, which tends to result in the minion then attacking you because you just put him into play after Ultron attacked you. All right. I think we're ready to go. I can't say that I'm sad that it's been a long time since I've played Ultron because he's kind of a pain in the butt, but we'll see how Ant-Man does here against Ultron. So we've got a starting hand size, 6 cards. Starting hit points 12, which we've got set out here. That shows our max hit points. I usually keep track of damage there. Not showing any damage. Let's go. All right, so we've got Power Gloves. We've got a Strength, 2 Call for Aid, Pym's Particle, and Swarm Tactics. All right, so what could happen here is I could call for aid and get Wasp, which would make Swarm Tactics interesting, and potentially the Power Gloves useful. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to discard one of my Call of Aids with the belief that I'm going to use a Call of Aid at the beginning of the turn to get an ally. All right, so we're going to draw another card and replace the one that I mulliganed, which is a resize, which is going to allow me to change to another form, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that. So how do we want to play this one out? Now, if I go large size first, I can do a damage, take out that card, and then I can go grab my Call for Aid. So I think we're going to go large, but if I go small size first, then I can go to large size and do my attack at large size. That's not sure what to do there. All right, I think we're going to go large size first. So we're going to go large. We're Scott Lang. We're going to go large size first with the large size card. So boom, there we go. We're big old Ant-Man. When we do that, we do 1 damage to an enemy. So pow, we're going to take that out, which was Oh, a giant stomp. There's a bunch of damage. Out the door. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to do our call for aids. We're going to discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard an Avenger ally, then add that ally to my hand. All right, so let's see what we come up with. Not an Avenger ally, not an Avenger ally, not an Avenger ally. Uh-oh. Oh, we got Stinger. All right, I'm not impressed by that. That's okay, but it's just not exactly what I was hoping for. Okay, so what can we do here? I think, ooh, I don't have my my tokens. Uh-oh, where's my tokens at? I was gonna say aha, here they are. I was missing my exhaust tokens. I've been, rather than tapping my cards, I've been using tokens, and I need those. All right, so we're gonna attack. Use a token there to say we attacked, and we're gonna attack for 3, so we're gonna take him from 17 down to 14. All right, then I think we're going to play our resize, which says change to our other hero form and draw a card. So now we're going to change from big form into tiny form, so we get itty bitty. Now when we do that, we get to remove a threat from a scheme, but there's none out there, so that doesn't do us any good, but we also get to draw a card. And we have an army of ants, which is a good one to have at this point. So we've got a lot of 1-cost cards out here. I think we're going to play our Pym Particles first, or we're going to use our Pym Particles, which says, there's a thing, if I do in hero form, I heal 2, but it says draw 1 card if you're in tiny hero form. So we're going to use this as a resource in our tiny hero form to allow us to draw a card. We're going to use that to play Army Ants. We're going to get to draw a card, which is Moxie. Wow. Still not what I was hoping for. Okay, so I think we're going to play and hold on to our strength, because hopefully we can play something big with our strength. So we're going to use our Swarm Tactics to go ahead and play Stinger. And then we're going to use our Moxie to put Power Gloves on Stinger, which is kind of a waste, but it's what I got, so I think I need to go with it. All right, at that point in time, we're going to attack with Stinger. And then with the Power Gloves on, it says, after attached ally attacks or thwarts, deal 1 damage to an enemy. So Stinger's going to do 2 damage. All right, Stinger's going to do 2 damage. And then we're going to exhaust our Army of Ants. And Army of Ants says, if you are in tiny hero form, exhaust Army of Ants, deal 1 damage to an enemy. So we're going to do yet another damage. All right, we're knocking him down slowly, and we've got no threat. All right, we're going to hold on to our strength. Our turn's going to be done. So let's see here. We're going to unexhaust, unexhaust, unexhaust. Then we're going to draw hand size of 5 in tiny hero form. So we're going to go up to 5. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. We are over to the villain's turn. So what's going to happen on the villain's turn? First, we're going to put a threat on the main scheme. Next off, Ultron's going to come attack our tiny little Ant-Man, and we're going to take this. I don't think it's all that bad. So Ultron's going to attack for 2. He's going to get a boost of 2. So he's going to hit for 4, which is kind of painful, but not horrible. All right, 2, 4. All right, then as a response, he's going to take the top card of my deck to create a minion. So we got a little drone's going to come out into play. All right, so then we're done with the villain attack phase. We go to the minion attack phase. That minion is going to attack. I'm going to take that 1 point of damage. And then we're over to our encounter card. Let's see what our encounter card is. Encounter card is Swarm Attack. So when revealed, each drone minion engaged with the hero attacks. If no attacks are made this way, put the top card of the deck into play, face down, engage with you as a drone minion. All right, so we're going to get hit by 1 drone. So we're going to take another point of damage. So we took half our life in damage that turn. That was a little bit painful. All right, but we're sitting on is we have a giant stomp there, which is awfully nice. The other thing that we have is wrist gauntlets, and we have a strength out there, so we could pull off the stun if we go giant size. And I'm thinking that's probably the way to go right now. So now that it's our turn, what we're going to do is we're going to use our army ants to do a point of damage. Oops, Stinger should have a consequential damage on her because she attacked. Okay. Army ants are going to do their point of damage, and we're going to take out this guy here, which was my resize. All right, next up, we're going to hold on to our giant stomp. So we want to play our wrist gauntlets. I think let's change form into large size. So we're going to go big. Boom! We're big. When we do that, we get to do a point of damage. So we're going to go ahead and do that to Ultron. All right. Next up, I think we go ahead and attack Ultron for 3. Sorry, I'm hesitating there because I've got a giant stomp out there. And I could have maybe used the giant stomp's side damage to take out the drone, which may have been better. Maybe I should hold on to that till next turn. I think I can do that. So let's do this. Let's use our Moxie first, because our Moxie is going to give us +1 attack. So instead of 3 damage, we're going to do 4 damage. So let's see here. So we're going to attack for 4 instead. And Ultron had taken, let's see, there was 2, 5 before. So I'm trying to remember, we'd killed the drone, because now I don't remember if I'd done the 10 damage already, if I'd already attacked or not. So he was at 17, we hit him for 3, then there was 4, 5 on the first turn out, and I think there was an army ant on the first turn. So that would have been 6. Yeah, I think he would be down to, we haven't hit him yet. So we're going to play our Moxie. Moxie's going to give us an additional, we're going to do 4 to him and knock him down to 6. Hopefully I'm keeping track of that damage there and didn't do it twice. All right, so he's down to 6. Now we're going to do Pym's Particles to play our wrist gauntlets. So when we do Pym's Particles in giant form, we get to heal 2 damage. So we take a little bit of a heal. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and use our strength to use the wrist gauntlets. And when we do that, what happens is, if you're in giant hero form, exhaust wrist gauntlets, spend 2 resources, stun the enemy. All right, so we're going to exhaust our wrist gauntlets, and we're going to stun, other stuff I don't have out, we're going to stun Ultron. All right, so Ultron is stunned. We have to use our strength in order to do that. Next up, do we have Stinger? Do we use Stinger up on this attack or save her? Because we could have her remove the threat and do a point of damage. I think we'll hold her back. So we're going to hold Stinger back for a round. All right, we're going to be done. Remove our stuff. Now we're giant-sized Ant-Man, so we only get to go up to a hand size of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, villain's turn. What's going to happen? 1 threat on the main scheme. Ultron would normally attack, but he's stunned, so he doesn't attack Ant-Man. And then we're off to the encounter card. So because he's stunned, his force response doesn't go off and we don't create a minion. All right, so now we're going to go to our encounter card, and it says, Program Transmitter attached to Ultron. After Ultron schemes, place 1 threat on each side scheme. All right. Hasn't been a problem for us so far. We haven't seen any side schemes, so we're okay. All right, that's the end of the villain's turn, which was a good one for us. Nothing horrible happened that turn. All right, so what are we looking at here? I think we can knock Ultron into Ultron 2, which would be really cool. We have to use all of our giant stuff in order to do that. Or we could attack him with Stinger, which would knock him down to 4. Hit him with Ant-Man, hit him with Army Ants, but if we do that, then our giant stomp doesn't go off. We could put a reinforced suit on Stinger, so she stays around longer. The other thing is, should we deal with the threat that's on there, which seems like a reasonable thing to do? I think we should knock that threat down. I think what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our Giant Stomp. So we're going to Giant Stomp, and that's going to do 8 damage plus 1 damage to each enemy. So the 8 damage is going to take Ultron out. And we'll see if I'm playing this well or not, because I don't remember what Ultron 2's ability is, so this could be very bad. All right, Ultron 2 is going to come out, which says, when Ultron attacks you, put the top card of your deck into play face down, engaged with you as a drone. Until the end of the turn, Ultron gets +1 attack for each drone minion engaged with you. Okay, so no immediate bad news there, which is good, except for he's got 22 hit points, which that's kind of bad news, but we can deal with that. All right, 22. All right, so now, do I attack him or do I go over and thwart to knock down the Crimson Cowl? Well, I think we're going to attack him because that's going to do 3 damage. So we're going to knock him down to 19, from 22 down to 19. Then we are going to flip over to Tiny Ant-Man. We'll use our change. We'll change over to Tiny Ant-Man, which removes a threat from his scheme. So we're going to knock this down to 1. All right, then we're going to activate our Army Ants because now we're in tiny form again. Do a point of damage. So he's down to 18 at this point. And I think we're going to hold on to Stinger to take an attack this turn. All right, so we're going to be done. We're going to pull back our tokens. We're going to draw up to our hand size of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably a great time to get Wasp. Okay, villain's turn. What do we got going on? So first thing, we're going to put 1 threat on the main scheme. Second thing is Ultron's going to look to attack my tiny little Ant-Man. He's picking on my little Ant-Man. When he does that, when Ultron attacks you, put the top card of your deck into play, face down, engaged with you as a drone. So we automatically get a drone. All right, Stinger is going to block against this attack. So Ultron's going to attack for 2. He's going to get a bonus +1 because the drone's out there. So he's attacking for 3. He's going to get a boost card, which is going to deal 1 damage to each character you control. So I'm going to end up taking 1 anyway. Stinger's going to take 1, which is going to knock her out, but she did successfully perform the blocking maneuver. So she's out. All right. Next up, the drone's going to attack, and I'm going to take another 1 from the drone. Nothing I can do about that. And then we're going to draw an encounter card. The encounter card is Repair Sequence. When revealed, Ultron heals 2 damage for each drone minion engaged with you. If no damage was healed this way, this card gains Surge. All right, so he's going to heal 2. So that would take him from 18 there back up to 20. So we'll just mark it this way because I think we're going to be doing some damage. All right. So we're done with the villain's turn. We're back over to the hero turn. Now, I've got another choice to make here, and that's going to be, do I get rid of the threat on there, or do I concentrate on damage on Ultron? No, I do not recall what the next level does. So let's hope that it's not too bad. And let's just concentrate on damage, because that sounds like more fun. If we do just concentrate on damage, we're going to use 3 of our cards to pay for Wasp, because she's got a 3 resource cost. So we're looking at 1, 2... Do we hold on to Hive Mind? I think we'll hold on to Giant Strength. No, we'll hold on to Hive Mind, just in case things go badly there. Okay. So in small form, I think what we're going to do is we're going to use our Army Ants to ping off that drone. Let's get rid of that drone. And it was, oh, Giant Man would have been so nice. All right, at that point, we're going to flip over to large size. We're going to get big. And we're going to do a point of damage to Ultron. So he's back down to 19. Then we're going to use 3 to bring Wasp into play. When I do that, she deals 2 damage to an enemy. So we're going to drop him down to 17. And we're going to have her attack. When she does that, she attacks for 2. So we're going to drop him down to 15. Then Ant-Man's going to attack, and he attacks for 3. So we're going to drop him down to 12. All right, we dealt some pretty good damage that round. Now, kind of concerned about how the next round is going to go, but I think we'll be okay, hopefully. All right, so now we're going to draw back up to 4 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So my one fear is we're kind of playing with fire here because I've taken 6 damage, and Ultron's going to attack. He's going to attack for 3 plus a boost card. That could be dangerous. I don't want to throw Wasp in front of it, but I may need to. That's going to be a decision. Do I risk that or not? Ooh, that's going to be a tough choice. Okay. Villain's turn. What's going to happen? Oh, forgot about that. We're going to put 1 threat on the main scheme. That's going to pop the Crimson Cowl, and we have Assault on NORAD is going to come out. So when revealed, each player puts it. Oh, we're going to get a drone. All right, so a drone minion is going to come into play. We advance to 2B. 2B says, after placing threat here during step 1 of the villain phase, each player must choose to either place 2 threat here or put the top card of their deck into play face down with them as a drone minion. All right, so I think we've already done that, which triggered this, so I do not believe we get the forced response here during step 1 of the villain phase. So I think we're okay for now, but that's going to get nasty really fast. All right, so then we're going to, so now I have to use I'm going to have to use Wasp for the block here because Ultron's going to attack. He's going to generate another drone, so he's attacking for a base of 4. And unfortunately, I can't just take that. So Wasp is going to have to step in front of this one. So he's attacking for 4. So 2, 3, 4 because of the 2 drones out there. And he's going to get a boost of 1. Oh, so Wasp is going to take 5. I could have taken that one. But then I would have been able to take the drone attacks. So anyway, Wasp is out of there. All right, next up is I'm going to get hit by a drone and a drone, so I'm going to take 2. And it's looking like we're going to be taking some bit of a rest here this next turn. Okay, so after that, what we're looking at is an encounter card. Encounter card says Advanced Ultron Drone. This is the one that's got guard. So when Advanced Ultron Drone is defeated, the engaged player puts the top card of their deck face down, engaged with them as a drone minion. So the Advanced Ultron Drone creates normal drones. All right, and it's got 4 health, which is super annoying. All right. But that's the end of Ultron's turn. We're over to the hero's turn. Okay, so what do we got going on here? I really need to flip down to Scott Lang and do some healing. I do have Hive Mind, but I can only play Hive Mind in tiny form. I do have Army Ants, but I can only use the Army Ants in tiny form. And I've got a First Aid that I could use, which would help with my healing, which I really need to do. The other thing is I could try to pull a stun off on Ultron using my wrist gauntlets. But if I did that, I would end up taking 3 damage that round. You know what I should have probably done last round is taken that attack from Ultron and blocked. It probably would have put me in a much better position. Sigh. Okay. Where do we go? And I would have been able to keep Wasp. Oh man, that was probably a bad decision there. All right, so Hive Mind isn't going to do me any good. I could get Ant-Man out and give him some PIM counters. I do kind of want to keep my Army Ants around. Let's see here. How are we going to do this? Should we put our Army Ants into play? I think we're going to get our Army Ants into play. Boom. And we'll use Hive Mind. We'll use First Aid to play our Army Ants. No, we'll use Hive Mind to play our Army Ants. Because then I'm going to use Ant-Man to do a First Aid to heal for 2. And I'm going to flip down into Scott Lang mode. Yep, Scott Lang mode. We're going to do a recovery for 3. Go down to 2. And then we're done at that point in time. So we'll take that away, and we're going to draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we're going to have to shuffle up, give them an additional encounter card. All right, this is going to be an ugly Generation of Threat round. All right, let's see how this goes. All right. We've got, what do we have here? We've got Call for Aid, Suit, some Moxie. We've got a lot of resources. So maybe that Call for Aid will be what we need to use. Okay, villain's turn. We're going to put 1 threat on the main scheme. Now we've got, I think our thing kicks in here where, let's read what that says. So, after placing threat here during step 1 of the villain phase, each player must choose to either place 2 threat here or put the top card of their deck face down, engage with them as a drone minion. So I'm a little bit afraid of putting yet another drone minion out there because we've got essentially 3 drone minions out there. If I put 2 threat there, we're looking at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus whatever he boosts. Ugh, that's pretty rough. I think we're going to do it that way, though. I think we're going to put the 2 threat. Oh, no, let's do it. Let's put another drone out there. So it's either I'm going to get a threat that the drone generates, or I put 2 threat on there. And let's go with the 2 threat. We're second guessing ourselves all over the place this game. Going great. All right. Next thing that's going to happen is we're going to go over to Ultron. Ultron's going to see Scott Lang out there, so he's going to scheme. So the good thing is we aren't going to generate another drone, but we're going to scheme for, holy cow, we're going to scheme for 5. That wasn't a part of the plan. All right, so he schemes for 5. Then we have Advanced Ultron Drone is going to scheme, and then Drone is going to scheme. So that's going to hit 10. So this all goes away. All right, we have the next one come out, which is our Countdown to Oblivion. Ultron has seized control of NORAD. It's only a matter of time before he overcomes the command safeguards and launches the nuclear arsenal. When revealed, each player puts the top card of their deck face down. Blah, 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 blah. Advance to 3B. All right. Threat cannot be removed from this scheme. All right. That's the end of that. And then actually that drone's going to scheme. Okay. Then we have an encounter card. We're going to get another encounter card. Actually, I take that back because there's going to be yet another scheme because another drone came out, so that should be at 2. Yikes. Okay. We have 2 encounter cards. Encounter card number 1 is upgraded drones. No! Each face down drone gets +1 attack and +1 hit point. All right, and then we get under attack. When revealed, each player chooses to either place 2 threat here or deal 3 damage to their hero. Well, I can't remove threat from the main scheme anyway, so I think I might as well place 2 threat there and set it up at 5. Because it doesn't really matter. So we'll put that there. We're going to put 5 threat on it. All right. Boy, we just got a whole bunch of stuff out there. All right, so Tiny Form's going to let me take out the most drones. The threat removal is not going to help me at all. I can't call for aid until I go to hero. So what I think I'm going to do is if I go tiny, I can do 2 army ants and take out 2 drones. Yeah, so we're gonna jump to tiny hero form. Okay, Yeah, do I jump to tiny hero form first? Yeah. Well, oh. So here's the question: is I could jump? No, because I want to army ant away all the little things, but I won't attack for as much. Because if I go big size, then I can attack and take out the advanced Ultron drone. The other thing that I need to think about is I think I really need to get the upgraded drones out of there. I think we're going to go large size. So we're going to go large size. What that's going to allow us to do is put 1 damage on a minion. So, holy smokes, what are we going to do here? We're going to put 1 damage. I don't like this. I want to keep 3 resources, and if I do that, I've got to keep, let's see here, I can spend my Moxie. If I do 3 resources, I have to use my Call for Aid because it's my only strength that's out there. Unless I Call for Aid and hope for a hero that has strength, but then really doing Call for Aid doesn't do me a lot of good other than dig through my deck for stuff. But if I get a hero, all right, we're going to lay down the damage this round is what we're going to do. We're going to put it all on Ultron. So, we can't because the advanced Ultron drone is out there. We can kind of do that. All right. So when we flip form, we get to do a damage. We're going to do a damage to Ultron. All right. Then we're going to play our Moxie. That's going to give me +1 thwart, +1 attack, and +1 defense. So we're going to remember that we've got +1 defense. We'll throw something out there to help us remember that. So because of that, I've got 4 attack. We're going to use our 4 attack on the advanced Ultron drone and take him out. Unfortunately, that means another drone comes out. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to Call for Aid. And we're going to see who we bring out here. We're going to get Team Building Exercise, Army of Ants, Resize, First Aid, Reinforced Suit, Power Gloves, Giant Stomp, Power Gloves, Stinger. Oh, not what I was hoping for. So Stinger comes into my hand. Oh, that's how that works, right? When I Call for Aid, she comes to my hand. Add that ally to your hand. Oh, I was hoping for a bigger ally. Okay, so that totally did not work out how I was hoping there. All right, and then the problem is that the advanced drones I can't get rid of, so we can't take out. So I'm going to take 2, 4, 6, 8 damage. Ouch, at least. All right, so we're going to bring Stinger into play. Fortunately, she's going to cost us 1. So that brings Stinger into play. Then we can we'll spend our Reinforced Suit to put our Power Gloves on Stinger. We'll have Stinger go ahead and attack Ultron for 1, and then her gloves boost her up another 1, so he's down to 9. All right, so our hope is that we can live through this round and then somehow bring the damage next round. It's very, very unlikely, but we'll see what happens. All right, so with that happening, I think what I'm hoping for is a Giant Stomp. Problem is one has gone by. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to discard this, and hopefully out of our 4 cards that we get a Giant Stomp. So we've got 1, Call for Aid, 2, Giant Stomp, 3, Giant Man, 4, Team Building Exercise. All right, so let's see if we can live through this round. We're going to clean up our stuff. We do have +1 defense. All right, so villain's turn. What do we got going on here? First thing we've got is Ultron. We're going to put a threat on the main scheme. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. right on the main scheme. There's no funny business involved with all of that. Next thing we have is Ultron is going to come to attack Ant-Man, but Stinger is going to step in front of that. So when Ultron goes to attack, oh no, that's what's going to ruin me. I'm going to put the top card of my deck face down here. Oh, this is going to be so close. Oh, I think I can get him. All right, we'll see if this works out. That's going to depend on what the encounter card is. All right, so Ultron attacks Stinger. He's doing, what is he doing? Crazy amounts of damage, right? So he's doing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to Stinger, plus a boost card, which says 8. So Stinger is totally out of there, gone. All right, so now we've got a bunch of drones out here, and the drones are going to attack. I'm going to have to defend against one of those drones. I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 more drones are going to hit me for a total of 8 damage. So that's going to take me up to 11. All right, next up we're going to draw our encounter card and see what happens. Encounter card says, Gang Up. Oh, that takes me out. The Gang Up takes me out. So the villain and each minion engaged attacks with me. All right, I was at 11. Had I been able to get through that round, I could have done a giant stomp for 8, which would have knocked him down to 1, flipped a tiny form, and army-ended him out. Oh, it came down to whatever the last card was. So close. See, had I got the drone factory, I would have been all right. Oh no, wait a minute. Engage with him as each player puts top card face down with him as a drone minion. Place 1 threat here. Yeah, see, if it would have been drone factory, I would have got him. Oh, it was just 1 card. Oh, so close. All right, we almost got him. Definitely doable, but didn't happen that turn, and we almost got him. Oh, next time, Ultron. I think had I made that other play where I had defended instead of having Wasp take that attack, we would have been in a much better position. But I didn't play that right. I think we would have probably got the victory if I would have played that way instead of the way that I did it. But it was close anyway. It was by 1 card. Ended up with the loss, but yeah, I guess that's the way it goes sometimes. So that's round 1 against Ultron. Hopefully, like Claw, we've learned his tricks and we'll come back and do better the next couple of times as we take him out. So if I missed a play, let me know. It's been a long time since I played Ultron, so it's possible that I missed something in the mix there. Wouldn't be too surprised if that was the case, and it's helpful if you let me know what that is. But that's it for now, and thanks for watching.